This Saturday, NBA 2K, my park after dark. You know what it is, DJ Snoopadelic.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal. And in this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. We'll be watching Pau Gasol play in this one. What do you think? Is Pau Gasol a Hall of Fame player?
Well, I don't know what it really takes to become a Hall of Fame player, Ernie, but I do know he's a 2-time NBA champion. He's got better numbers than Bill Walton, and Bill Walton is in the Hall of Fame, so you never know.
Is that Bill Walton hating?
On the road looking for a win against a Western Conference rival. The San Antonio Spurs are ready for this thing to get started. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. Certainly what we have in store for us today. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Pau Gasol is one of the real humanitarians in the NBA. An ambassador for UNICEF, he concerns himself with a lot more than just basketball. Jerry West said of Gasol, you can feel the warmth, the goodness in him. A real gentleman. If you're around him, you can't help but like him. Kevin?
A gentle giant, David, for sure. Thanks. Chris, how different is playoff basketball compared to the regular season?
Well, playoff basketball is just so much more physical. A lot of times it's a slower game, believe it or not, but you're exerting more energy than you would in a faster paced game. So many adjustments are being made, you have to think on the fly.
Yes.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Tip-off goes to Houston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Gasol and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Aldridge. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. No good there. And Houston the other way now, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
Well, yeah, you got to work hard to get to the line and then start missing. After a while, it becomes contagious. You know, everyone's missing. Really a defeated feeling.
And Chris, despite his flaws, most would agree that Harden is the clear-cut best shooting guard in the game now.
Well, look, let's not beat around the bush. What we're saying is his scoring makes up for his defense or lack thereof. Now, Harden does bring other skills to the table that he doesn't get enough credit for. He's an incredibly strong rebounder at the 2 spot, and his playmaking is levels beyond other shooting guards.
Aldridge against Anderson. Leonard with no one around. The 3-pointer, no good. And here's Houston. To the middle, deflects the pass, and stolen by Aldridge. And it's Leonard, that time on the assist by Gasol.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Houston moving the ball around to the inside. And the jam by Harden.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Strong fundamentals right there. He didn't consider the height disadvantage too long. Instead, he just went right at him and sunk it in his grill, in the face.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. It's going to be Aldridge shooting. That one is on Ariza. You know, it's interesting, the classy LaMarcus Aldridge, first drafted by Chicago, then the rights traded to the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, Greg, he was seen as a complimentary piece initially to their stars, but by the time he left, many wondered also, he's now a superstar, but could he embrace a smaller role, especially a smaller scoring role with the San Antonio Spurs.
And it shows how far he came during his time in Portland. Last season, some of the lowest minutes and points per game of his career, but he was efficient. Rebounded and blocked shots at a higher clip, and he wanted a chance to compete at the highest level.
Well, Harden has no fear of pulling up from distance. I mean, he has the range and the game. Just a remarkable shooter from deep.
And Mills kicks to Leonard. And he makes good on the layup.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
It's early, but he's off to a terrific start. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep his foot on the pedal.
Here's Capella.
Not a tall, towering guy for a center, but boy, he can really get up.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. To the right side. Here's Gasol. No good off the front iron.
Total breakdown on defense there, but fortunately, he missed out.
A three from Anderson. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. The Spurs have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And here's Mills for 3. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Houston in the lead. Anderson with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. Let's hit 5 from 18. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 9.
Wow, after 5 shots, they have connected on 4 of them. Exactly the start they were looking for.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Pass to Anderson. And it's Ariza in the corner. Inside, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, Capella is just fantastic at dunking it home, leaving no mistake on these kinds of chances near the hoop.
Now, here's Mills, guarded by Harden. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Rockets.
And the long-range game, a staple for them offensively. It's clear they embrace the value of that extra point, and spacing the floor, something they look to do every time they're on the court.
Rockets leading by 6. Harden kicks to Gordon. Ariza passes to Capella. To the middle. Here's Gordon. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Gordon's got his first basket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And Mills kicks to Leonard to end the run. He can't get that one. Good D by Ariza. Rockets have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Anderson dishes to Harden. Harden draws the double, knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Mills has got the ball. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Mills. Mills has got 3 assists in the game. Ariza passes to Capella. Back to Ariza. Harden draws the double. In the corner, it's Gordon. Ariza outside. From beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Leonard. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Oh, such a feel shot there, the floater.
Rockets leading by 4. Out left to the wing. And here's Anderson from the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
Well, I thought they lacked focus. They took too many unnecessary chances. Just a ton of mistakes all the way around for everyone.
Here's Capella, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Capella's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Ariza against Leonard. Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
What about the vision of Ariza just slashing the D apart with his passing?
Spurs trail by 8. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. Gasol a screen. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. One thing that Greg is often underappreciated about Pau Gasol is just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's giving.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in.
And this last offseason, Pau Gasol coming over to the Spurs in free agency, it seems to be the exact kind of player that the Spurs would want on their team, especially with his basketball IQ. I like the fit as well, and it didn't take long for him to join San Antonio.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Harrell comes in for Anderson, and Corey.
Oh, goodness. Wow. Wow. And that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And for a while, Chris, it seemed that the Rockets were going to be the team to beat in the West for a few years.
Well, yeah, most of us thought Harden and Howard seemed like a great fit on paper, but something just never clicked. The window for their success seemed to be the most wide open when they made it to the conference finals 2 years back. Now, with Howard out of town, they'll have to rebuild and find a new core to build around.
And he can't hit the second. When you came into the NBA, Chris, you hit the ground running, winning Rookie of the Year. I know it's a different story for every player, but how did you make the adjustment from college ball to NBA level basketball?
You know what? I love the adjustment. The game was faster. You had to be in better shape. But I had great teammates. My boy Spreewell, Billy Owens, Chris Mullin. You know, I had guys that showed me how to prepare before each game, guys that showed me how to do rehabilitation, how to get in the cold, the hot tub. Really good guys that wanted me to succeed. And so, therefore, you know what? I wouldn't have been as successful if I didn't have those guys around. So, you know, I thank my vets on that team.
Well said. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for San Antonio. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's Mills. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. Sinks the triple.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Good D, better roll. He buried it right in his face. We call that hitting him in the head. That has to be frustrating if you're the D.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
Well, that's because they're just taking smarter, high-quality shots. They're not forcing anything, just letting the game come to them naturally.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Oh, no, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
Leonard kicks to Mills. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. No good on the three.
His shot is not on target right now. He better figure this out fast.
Back to Ariza, expanding his range. That doesn't go either for Ariza. Spurs trail by 9. And here's Mills. 8 points his last outing. Outside Leonard, kicks to Mills. San Antonio again missing. Houston's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Right wing. Feeds to Ariza. On the wing, Harden. The tray. No good. His first miss after 3 makes. Spurs shooting 40% here in the early stages. To the paint. Here's Anderson. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had the clean block there, but the refs saw it differently, and they call the goaltend.
Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Lee's checked in for San Antonio. Rockets leading by 7. Now Brewer. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Nene dishes to Hero. Shot left block. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul. Around the league, Chris, as you know, looking to cut down on the hack-a-shack, the hack of whoever intentional fouling down the stretch. Do you like those changes?
Well, I like the fact that the NBA came together and tried to find a remedy for something that they did not want to be a problem for our fans, and that's being bored to death. Watch guys brick free throws that can't shoot free throws. I don't like the fact, though, that it does let guys off the hook that should be able to shoot free throws, and I don't like the fact that it hides a weakness, but I do like the fact that the NBA came together. I do think it'll address that problem, but the basic problem or the basic solution is kids, free throws are the easiest part of the game to practice. Literally, the easiest. Go out there and practice your free throws so you can go out there and get and ones and get a three-pointer the old traditional way.
Great points. Pass to Ginobili. And it's Anderson atop the key. Lee passes to Dedmon. Mills in the corner. No good on the triple.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. To the left side wing. Here's Nene. It's deflected.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Fires top of the key. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. Mills has got 5 points so far.
Gets one to fall, but only a second make in the first 7 attempts.
McDaniels kicks to Nene. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Chris, you're a Detroit product through and through. Grew up in the area and played for the University of Michigan. Did growing up in Detroit impact at all how you played the game?
Oh, man, definitely. Growing up on the west side of Detroit, I just, everybody in Detroit were Pistons fans. So, number one, that influenced me a big time. It's funny. Isaiah was my favorite player, and after he won the MVP a couple of times, he would always say, "Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom." So that's why after every game I actually did it and was influenced that way. And Chuck Daly, he was a mentor to me. He knew me in high school, but as I grew older, his relationship meant a lot to me. So I can't thank, Isaiah and Rick Mahorn. I met those guys in high school. I can't thank them enough for their positive influence on me. Guys like John Sally and of course, Joe Dumars. So played for other teams, but as a fan, I always grew up a Pistons fan.
I like that. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 7. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Dishes it to Dedmon. Outside, Ginobili. He can't hit that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. For Houston, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis. And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And the continuity for the Spurs, really, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that trio of Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, the most successful trio in the history of the NBA. And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Wasted no time on that one. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ginobili dishes to Dedmon. And Anderson has it in the corner. San Antonio again missing. Rockets leading by 11. To the middle. It's tipped. Brewer passes to Harrell. Over in the corner, McDaniels. In the wants to get it to Nene and does. Back to Brewer. From outside, off the mark. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Houston on top, up 11. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we had the chance to catch up with Greg Popovich, and he talked about how he felt Tony Parker ranks among the league's best point guards.
To be in the conversation, I think, is totally appropriate.
Pop breaking it down and telling it like it is, as usual. You got to love having a guy like that as your coach.
You have no idea how huge that is for a player. Is Tony Parker a great all-star champion, future Hall of Famer? Absolutely. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich as his coach? I don't think even Tony would tell you that. So kudos to Pop.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Oh, yeah, great communication. The guys are quick and rotating help and playing with a lot of energy.
Gordon is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Anderson. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. The first one falls. Well, it was a very disappointing 2016 for the Rockets, once again ousted by Golden State, but this time it was in the first round as an 8th seed.
Well, you can see the Rockets falling behind the rest of the West last year, and you had the feeling the season was going to be rough for them. Changing coaches in the middle of the season like they did is also a tough thing to overcome. Hard to believe that they are a year removed from playing in the Western Conference Final.
And the wide open shot from Ginobili, not really his range, and it's off target.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Houston moving it around. Onuaku, the pass to Anderson. Here's Onuaku, covered by Lee. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, after suffering a hip injury at Texas, LaMarcus Aldridge spent 2 months shooting from a chair, and his form improved dramatically. Now his go-to move is his fadeaway high-release jumper. It's an unstoppable shot, and Aldridge is so confident in it, he says, once the shot's up, I'm getting back on D. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. He's got a great touch. And the wide open shot from Green. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
And that's what happens when you have little to no communication defensively. He has the stroke to burn you from out there. Don't you see that?
In transition, here come the Spurs. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. You see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you're making life far too easy.
First one falls for him. Chris, who do you think is the most versatile player in the league?
Wow, that's a great question. I think you have to just go with LeBron. LeBron is the most versatile player because we're not only talking about can he play point guard, can he play power forward, can he pass, can he dribble, but he can also play defense. And so we mention two-way players a lot, but we don't talk about the offensive skill set many of these two-way players have, and none of them have a better offensive skill set than LeBron.
Very good point. He can't get that one to fall.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And Anderson kicks to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Not a tall, towering guy for a center, but boy, he can really get up.
And so it's San Antonio with it. It's a 10-point game. Aldridge a screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Aldridge has got 5 now.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
Gasol with the steal. A pull-up. But they get it back. Ginobili outside. Expanding his range. Again, the miss by Ginobili.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Anderson dishes to Ariza. Misses the three. Spurs trail by 8. Ginobili outside. Fires the three. That doesn't go either by Ginobili. Rockets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Ariza passes to Harden. Buries it from three-point range. 12 points for him.
They are up in this game right now, and he is one of the reasons why, given his stellar shooting from the field.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Well, I just think they're pressing too much, not really in the rhythm. Have to let the game come to you.
Here's Ginobili. 23 points for him the last game against New Orleans.
And he's really balanced, getting his own shots and making plays for others. Finding that balance, total team contribution.
Bertans passes to Aldridge. San Antonio again missing. Houston leading by 11. To the middle. Here's Capella. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Paul Gasol. And last season we had Kobe's retirement, but in the offseason we said goodbye to another legend, the terrific Tim Duncan. You know, Greg, there was talk he might hang it up, and he felt that he didn't have any more in him and called it a career after 19 incredible record-breaking seasons.
Yeah, and Timmy retired in the most Duncan way possible. Just quietly let it happen in the midst of the summer. No farewell tour or any of that. A big hit to the game of basketball to see one of the all-time greats walk away, but arguably one of the best two-way players to have ever played the game.
Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Anderson outside. There's the dish to Harden. Ariza outside. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Anderson can't get it to go.
He's just looked lost on offense, but luckily for him, his teammates have really stepped up in a big way.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Ginobili kicks to Gasol. Over in the corner, Green. It's Ginobili outside. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Houston moving the ball around. Inside, here's Aldridge. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. That's 7 points for Aldridge.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Capella with it. He's up against Gasol. Here's Harden. Oh!
Nice. I mean, and just think about it, Kevin. With Harden, he can score from just about anywhere, even the locker room. I mean, when he's scoring from a number of spots, the D is here for a long time.
Ginobili dishes to Green. Aldridge against Anderson. Aldridge kicks to Ginobili. That doesn't go either by Ginobili.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Ariza has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. Green passes to Ginobili. Pass to Leonard. From down low. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Leonard's got 8 points.
Man, so confident offensively. He's helping dictate the pace out there.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's in ultimate heat check mode right now, which is nothing but bad news for the defense.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Mills is checked in. Now here's Green. He's guarded closely, and they pick up 2. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even though he has been a man on a mission on offense, he still hasn't been able to help his team get the lead.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows, and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Spurs also with the sub. Anderson's checked in. The Rockets have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
Now, it's not exactly hard to see what the Rockets prefer to do on offense. They see the value of the three-pointer and put up a ton of shots from behind the arc. It's been years running that they've finished in the top 3 in three-pointers attempted at the end of the season.
Gasol, a screen on Gordon. Mills dishes to Gasol. Then Gasol with the dunk.
And it's really smart to get Gasol moving in these pick-and-roll plays. He's not only an amazing passer, but a terrific scorer as well.
And with the Rockets, Chris, they don't shoot threes at a very good rate.
Well, they're an analytically based team, and advanced stats show the value of the three-pointer. I must admit that it is strange to see a team that shoots in the bottom half of three-point percentage put up so many shots from deep. It's hard to argue with their approach, given their success in making the postseason during this era.
And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Rockets leading by 11. Ariza kicks to Gordon. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gordon's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Spurs shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Good looking screen by Gasol. Mills passes to Green. And KJ McDaniels gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
2 quick fouls. That's bad news for him. He has to keep his hands to himself until halftime.
Harrell, he's checked in for Houston. And San Antonio with the change here, too. David Lee's checked in for Pau Gasol.
As he continues to rack up the misses from three-point range, he still appears undeterred. He's going to keep firing from out there.
A moment here now to see the numbers for David Lee. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 4 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
That free throw good from Trevor Ariza.
And during Ariza's career, he has established himself as an effective role player and fantastic outside shooter and a tenacious defender.
Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
He gets paid the big bucks to hit shots like that consistently. He failed to do so there.
Now here's Harrell, defended by Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. For 3, Gordon. Here's McDaniels. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. The Rockets, number 1.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
And he can't get the first one. And the Spurs organization, really the gold standard in the NBA. Greg, they just keep winning.
You have to be impressed with how they've acquired young star talent to kind of carry on that tradition. Usually when teams have their stars retire, they go through that rebuild phase. The Spurs only revamp and reload.
The pass to Harrell. And no good that time. Good D by Lee. Now here's Mills, defended by Gordon. Puts up a 3, and it's Patty Mills with the 3. Mills has got 8 points.
Somebody's not reading the scouting report. How can you leave this guy uncovered from range? It's a mystery.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, San Antonio, a few slots below them.
And, you know, for the Spurs, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And while they might not be on top of the standings, you get the feeling that they believe that they are.
Anderson dishes to Mills. He kicks to Dedmon. Green, the screen. Anderson passes to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Mills can't hit.
Well, he hasn't gotten much to fall, and it's costing his team dearly.
In the corner, it's Brewer. He feeds it to Nene. Goes back up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
This is his third trip to the free throw line. James Harden, he's checked in for Gordon. So he can't get either to fall. Spurs trail by 14. To the paint, here's Lee. Drops in the layup for two. Lee's got his first 2 points of the night.
Great playmakers help everything run so smoothly. Excellent lead pass.
It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Spurs. Mills has got the ball. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden kicks to Harrell. Good D by Lee.
That's just an outstanding job by the D there to get in his way without fouling and changing the direction of that shot.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Harden kicks to McDaniels. Another miss by Houston.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Well, that's just not wise to take that shot in that situation. He'll think better of it next time around.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Rockets leading by 12. On the wing, Brewer. Now the feed to Nene. He dishes it to McDaniels. Tries from 10. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 16 points. And San Antonio shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. There's the pick. The three from Mills. Dedmon kicks to Anderson. Pass to Lee. 14 feet away. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Solid defense. They weren't going anywhere against them there.
And Nene with the stuff.
You just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
Screen by Lee. Lee, a screen on Harden. Outside, Green for three. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden dishes to Harrell. Back to Harden. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And although the D was solid, Harden beats them with better offense. I mean, good D, better O. When he's right near the cup, he's extremely efficient.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Rockets lead by 18. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 18 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
James Harden looks like Santa Claus, man. He's got the beard. Well, he doesn't have the belly, but he's got the beard, and he also comes bearing a lot of gifts. I mean, he can score from anywhere he gets in the lane, and he can find his teammate. Ho, ho, ho.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
The most intense guy on the court at times. Put a lot of pressure on the defense. We'll see if he can maintain that level of energy the rest of the way.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. On the court for San Antonio, Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt, and it's Gasol at the 5 roaming the paint. And Mills kicks to Leonard. Takes the 13-footer. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, going into the 2011 draft, the Spurs said it was a tough decision to trade away George Hill in exchange for the pick that became Kawhi Leonard. No remorse on that one now, though. Once again, the Spurs struck gold as Kawhi has developed into a true superstar.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Greg Popovich has set the standard with more than 1,500 career victories. Last season, he set the record with his 18th 50-win season, passing Pat Riley and Phil Jackson. Pop told us that I've been here a long time and I've had good players. That's the formula. Getting the players is difficult. I've been fortunate to have good ones. Guys, he's no glory hound. He knows what makes success.
No, but he can take a lot of the credit regardless, D.A. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And some nice passing there by Houston. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Harden, no good.
They haven't started this half off on the right foot. That's 3 straight shots they've misfired on.
Mills passes to Green. Stolen by Harden. Kicks it to Capella. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh, man, and the 6'10" frame of Capella. I mean, when he's close inside, he's a huge threat to put the ball in the bucket.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for KJ McDaniels. He's off on the second. And for the uninitiated, Mike D'Antoni has a bit of a unique offensive approach. Likes, in fact, Chris, to create a lot of chances for his team by pressing the tempo.
Well, he creates a lot of chances and doesn't mind the early shot. He'll go with the undersized 4 to help push the tempo. It's all about getting easy transition buckets for D'Antoni.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, that's a big basket right there after misfiring on their first 4 attempts of the game.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden Houston's got 3 assists tonight.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
San Antonio calls timeout. And a record-setting year for Harden in 2016, but Chris, not the kind he wanted. He would end up setting the NBA record for most turnovers in a single season with 374. Wow.
That's terrible, but as bad as 374 sounds, it isn't too terrible when you look at the context of what Harden's responsibilities were on that offense. Often he would act as the lone playmaker and be prone to forcing plays. Nevertheless, taking care of the ball is something, and he knows he has to work. He's as consistent as ever, scoring the basketball, but he needs more help from his teammates.
Feeds it to Anderson. Capella kicks to Harden. Mills with the steal. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Anderson with the block. It's Harden with... Oh!
Come on. Did you see that? Did you see that? Way to advance the ball on the break, wasting no time.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's Mills. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, he couldn't have asked for a better look there. He just didn't get it to go.
Oh! That is just nasty.
Athleticism on that finish.
No.
Spurs trail by 21. Passes it to Ginobili. Tries a 3. Good on the triple. Ginobili's got 5 points so far. And here are the Rockets now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. There's Gordon with the 3. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Leonard kicks to Mills. Dishes to Aldridge. The Rockets pull it in. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harden the pass to Anderson. Here's Capella. Nice D from Ginobili.
He may have been trying to work too hard to draw the foul as a result. He misfired on that one.
Now here's Mills. 8 points for him. Ginobili left side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Aldridge. And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 11.
Well, he wasn't blocked out. He stayed with the play. You gotta love the effort.
Houston leading by 16. Anderson outside. Capella with it, working on Gasol. For 3, Gordon. Offensive rebound. Capella kicks to Gordon. Gordon with another miss. Spurs trail by 16. Here's Ginobili. Again, the miss by Ginobili.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just picture-perfect defense there. Really stifled his man and gave him no chance at a clean look.
Another miss by Houston.
Well, after hitting a couple in the first, he has cooled down a bit here.
Now the dish to Mills. Shoots from 12. Anderson with the block. Houston's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And Anderson slams it in.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Mills can't hit.
Is he trying to get a shoe contract deal? Because he's showing no interest in moving the ball right now. He's trying to make a one-man commercial. He's just content to try to get his points, and that's all.
Mills with the steal. Ginobili outside. Fires the 3. It's not going to go for him. So Houston will take it the other way. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Mills dishes to Ginobili. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Gasol is a master at utilizing his strength inside, forcing the defense to become physical with him whenever he has the ball in deep.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. He's off on the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. No luck that time either.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. We'll take a look here at the shot chart.
And what a big-time game we've seen from him. He's been the one looking to create and get a shot each trip down the floor. And every time a shot falls, his confidence just grows and grows. Just an all-around tremendous offensive showing.
Spurs trail by 18. Ginobili the pass to Lee. Screen by Lee. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Oh, wow. When he misses looks like that, I mean, it's really deflating. They need those ones that they want to stay in this.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Ginobili kicks to Mills. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Jacks up a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mills has got 11 points.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Rockets #1.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Spurs trail by 17. Got a piece of it. Harrell dishes to Gordon. Basket good. 10 points for him.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Ginobili kicks to Gasol. Pass to Mills from deep. Rebound by Nene. Nene's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Harden. From 12 feet out, Lee with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. Ginobili, that's for 2. Kept alive. The shot that time, not on target. Rockets leading by 19 points. The pass to Onuaku. He kicks it to Harden. Outside Gordon. Harrell with it, working on Lee, and it's Harrell missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Mills with it, 11 points in the game. For the 3, and the rejection by Harden.
And Harden sent a message to the D with the block, really showing his extraordinary athleticism on the defensive end.
Spurs trail by 19. Ginobili outside. Screen by Lee. That doesn't go either by Ginobili.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Well, it hasn't been his best, just to say the least. He just needs to calm down out there and let the game come to him.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And the Rockets making a change here. Ennis is checked in. Then for the Spurs, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for Bertans, and it's Green in for Patty Mills. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that one's good. Green.
Well, if you want to make a good shooter's eyes just light up, well, just sag off of him.
In the corner, Harrell with it. Nene, the pass to Harrell. Throws up the baseline.
And now look at Montrezl Harrell. Some stats on
shots,
him.
gentlemen.
He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
That's good from Harrell. Corey Brewer's checked in for the Rockets. And he misses the third. Spurs trail by 20. Here's Ginobili. He's got 5. Here's Lee. That falls. Nice feed that time from Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 4th assist in this one. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
He feeds it to Dedmon. Ginobili right side. He dishes it to Dedmon. Back to Ginobili. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lee, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lee's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Works for a look in close. That's just an excellent effort.
And Brewer kicks to Nene. The feed to Harrell. Out to the wing. Onuaku the pass to Harrell. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Harrell's got 9.
Aggressive move. He barely beat the defender to the punch.
Green kicks to Lee. Ginobili outside. Got a piece of it. They recover it. And Anderson gets it to go. There's 47 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to Brewer. It's stolen by Green. Drops in the breakaway layup. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
That's what happens when you play good defense. Instant offense on the break.
And it's Harrell missing. Spurs trail by 16. Ginobili dishes to Lee. High arcing shot. Dedmon's shot is off. And the Rockets with possession here. 22 is their biggest lead. A 3 ball. Brewer's shot is off. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his 1st foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here is Brewer. Here's the 3. No good that time. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets ahead, up by 16. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1001. You catch it.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And so it's Houston with it. 16-point lead. They've got Nene. Ennis out there with Corey Brewer. Then there's Harrell. And it's Onuaku in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Nene.
Shooting for Houston, Nene. Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Nene. And both free throws good for Nene. Spurs trail by 18. Kicks it to Anderson. Outside Leonard. Green inside the 3-point line. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Ooh, shaky possession, but somehow he gets the shot to fall.
Stolen by Anderson. Feeds it to Green. Brewer with the rebound. Houston leading by 16. Pass to Ennis. On the wing, Brewer. Corner shot. And the jumper is on the mark. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Ginobili the pass to Leonard. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feeling.
Not at all. You can tell his confidence is really soaring as a result. He wants the ball in his hands any chance he can get it.
An even 3-on-3 break. The open shot by Ginobili. The Rockets pull it in. Harrell's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Onuaku, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
I have no idea why he would have even attempted that. That's a horrible turnover.
And the Rockets making a change here. Ariza's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Aldridge comes in for Anderson. And it's Mills in for Manu Ginobili. Aldridge a screen. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. And a missed layup.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
You can build a lead in a number of ways. Obviously, rebounding has been the backbone of their efforts all night.
Houston making some changes. Daniels is checked in for Brewer. And it's James Harden in for Tyler Ennis. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Dishes to Gasol. Fades back. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Houston leading by 14. Riza dishes to Nene. A stupendous finish in traffic. Nene's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about that assist? Accurate toss inside for the high percentage look.
Mills passes to Aldridge. Stolen by McDaniels. And it's the Rockets on the break. Harden's got the ball. Mills with the steal. From 17 feet out, they grab their own miss. And rejection by McDaniels. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Green kicks to Gasol. The Rockets pull it in. 22 is their biggest lead. And it's Ariza in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there who can flat out light it up.
And Mills kicks to Green. Again, the miss by Green. Rockets leading by 19. Ariza outside. The dish to Harrell. Kicks it out to Ariza. A rebound by the Spurs. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. Spurs trail by 19. Spurs working the ball around now. Aldridge. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 7 rebounds in the game. The pass to Harden. He kicks it to Harrell. He feeds it to Ariza. Trying his luck deep. Goes back up. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
On the free throw, no good. Well, Chris, you did what many players coming into the NBA do. You spend a year or two, in your case 2 years in college, before making the jump. It worked out terrifically for you. But how do you feel about how things are set up now with the age limit in the NBA as it stands?
You know, I feel, hey, if you're old enough to vote, if you're old enough to go to war, then you should be old enough to play in the NBA. And so that's the rights aspect of it. Now, as far as a basketball fan and somebody that knows this game fairly well, I feel that guys coming in so young, it really hurts their game. You know, we talk about guys making it from high school to the pros, or guys coming out their first year, but not many of them really are successful. Yeah, we glorify the ones that are successful, and we should, because it's such a phenomenal feat to come out your first or second year and play well in the NBA. And so to take it for granted and to expect every kid that comes out, you know, those years to make it is just unfair. And so for me, I think guys should have the chance to, but I think it's more of a responsibility with that freedom of decision making, because once you lose that chance, you usually don't get a second one, and you want to be as mature physically and mentally before trying to make the jump into this league.
Great perspective. Shots good by Mills.
Wow, that's his 4th three of the game, 2 in each half. He has just owned that line.
On the wing, Gordon. Harden outside. Harrell gets to Ariza. And yes, it's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Chris, when you think about what you've been able to accomplish throughout your life to this point, aside from your NBA career, what have been some of your most fulfilling experiences?
You know what? I think my charities. I think working with people in the cities that I've played with and in my home of Detroit, and trying to help and give back in some of those ways. I think sports-wise, of course, is high school titles, playing in college with my boys, and personally in the art-wise, I would have to say being a producer and producing 2 songs for Nas, one of the greatest rappers that ever walked the face of this earth. And so being able to produce 2 songs on an album like that, just a great feel. So for me, I've never been one to really just share those passions or talk about them, but I definitely would say charity and arts, two big passions of mine, Kevin.
Well said. On defense, the Rockets, he got right to the cup using that screen. And that's 13 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh, nice inbounds. You can't draw it up any better.
It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Harden. San Antonio with the rebound. In transition, here come the Spurs. Wide open look here for Murray. Misses off the left iron. For Houston, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th, 8 of 12. Ariza no look. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Pass to Bertens. Aldridge down low. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Here's Harden. He dishes it to Capella. The shot's good. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Spurs shooting only 35% in the 4th quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Back to Aldridge. Murray with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Back to Aldridge. Lock at 6. And he overshot that one, missing. Here's Houston now. They're on a 19-7 run. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires it up. Offensive rebound. Capella dishes to Gordon. Harden outside. Back to Gordon. Harden outside. Houston moving the ball around. Capella, the pass to Harden. And there's the feed to Gordon. For Murray. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's the kind of shot you want him to take every time. He just happened to miss that time.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
You're exactly right, Kevin. When your point man is sailing to the rim with that level of explosiveness, invaluable.
Back to Harden. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Bertens. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Assisted by
Next season, we'll start seeing sponsorship on jerseys. On the left shoulder, a patch will be on the jersey. What do you think of that?
I think it's going to take some getting used to. You know, I'm used to seeing the name, the logo, the plane on there. It's going to take some getting used to. We'll see.
Yeah. And Simmons kicks to Aldridge. There's the pick. Now here's Murray. He's tightly guarded. Puts it up from 15. And it's Aldridge missing. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Harden kicks to Harrell. Feeds it to Capella. And it's Ariza in the corner. That doesn't go either for Ariza.
And not doing his team any favors jacking up 3-pointers. He needs to realize that right away.
Passes to John Charles. Kicks to Murray. Pass to John Charles. Dishes it to Aldridge. That doesn't go either for Aldridge. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
And Harden isn't just a remarkable scorer. I mean, he really spreads the ball around the floor well.
John Charles passes to Simmons. At the elbow, Murray. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Murray.
Terrific ball movement. No surprise it leads to a good shot.
There's the dish to Harrell. Ariza kicks to Harden. Gordon for 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 18 feet out. That shot no good. So Houston will take it the other way. And here's Harden. Harrell dishes to Capella. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with. And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Harden. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's McDaniels in for Gordon.
And Harden loves getting contact on his shots, showing off his true muscle and level of concentration.
And the pass to Murray. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
That's just a clumsy turnover there. Just an errant pass that should have never been attempted.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Harden kicks to Anderson. Harden draws the double. Down low. Nene. First one falls for him.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Nene. 34 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. To the paint. Anderson with the block. So it's the Rockets now. This one for 3. That one misses.
We see him make shots from the perimeter all the time. Unfortunately, he's just off with his rhythm in this one.
Here's Lee. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Harden right side. Here's McDaniels. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. James Harden, you know, tonight he put up his high for the season, found his rhythm, never let up, just a terrific scoring effort all the way around. What are your thoughts, Shaq, on his game tonight?
This is what you love to see out your star players. He's the guy you rely on to give a team a win. Both ends of the floor, shouldering the scoring load. He was a joy to watch tonight, Ernie.
Unbelievable, man. And when this guy's got it going on like that, it's a pleasure. I mean, just a pleasure to watch him play. I'd pay to come see him, even though I don't have to.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.